New York to
What's up, baby? YouTube. Guess what? Your boy Lord Charles is back at you with another one. And I'm speaking my language. You already know. Yeah. On top of that, we dropping gems, baby. We dropping gems today. We got you. Don't worry about it. But guess what? While you're here, you might as well like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe if you want to be a royalty, baby. That's all you have to do to be a royalty is subscribe. If you're a king, you're a queen, duchess, duke, knight, court gesture, whatever you are. You know what I'm saying? You're all welcome, baby. Just become a royalty. All you gotta do is like, click, and definitely subscribe. Subscribe to be a royalty, baby. Share this. Send your questions. You got any comments? I'm here for it, baby. All right. So once again, it's your boy Lord Charles, man, and I want to first drop one first gem. It's going to be off to the happy birthdays. You know, we always say happy birthday to people around here. You know what I mean? So let's show some light to people that's their birthday today. Is Forrest Whitaker's birthday. Shout out to Forrest Whitaker. If you don't know Forrest Whitaker, I don't know where you've been. I don't know where you've been. He's been on television pretty much all my life. First time I was introduced to him was probably Good Morning Vietnam. Yeah, I think that was that. Yeah, Good Morning Vietnam was my first introduction. And then probably after that was what was it, Rumble in Harlem or Harlem? What was the name of it? But that was pretty good. It was a drama. Pretty good. Then after that, Ghost Dog. Ghost Dog, one of my favorite movies. And then Last King of Scotland. He was amazing in that. His acting has always been amazing, but I mean, he showcased a lot of. He showcased a lot in that as far as being a tyrant and also like a dictator, strong arm, but also gaining respect and using. I mean, you just gotta watch the movie. It's a long movie, but it's a pretty good one. I liked it myself. Uh, who else? We got Brian Austin Green. If you never seen 90210, grew up with him. Brian Austin Green was he was the cool, the savvy, the chill, the dude that rapped and stuff. So yeah, I definitely remember him. But my guy was always Dylan, man. Dylan was my guy on that joint. I like when he was with Kelly and stuff. That was back in the day. 90210. That was my joint. You know what I'm saying? Beverly Hills. All right. Who else? Damian Lillard. Happy birthday, brother. I know you're not playing. Quick recovery to you. But me and my boys used to call him the Demon Lizard. Damian Demon Lizard Lillard. Because the way he played, man, when we first saw him come to the league, it came out of nowhere. We not nowhere, but coming from Weber State, expectations on him was just he didn't have all the highlight and shine on him, but he came out and man, he was fast, quick, could shoot, could dunk, and that's why we call him the Demon Lizard because he was everywhere and fast, and he had a mean streak in him too. You know what I mean? I mean, he still does, but he's not playing right now, so I'm not talking as if his career is over. But up until then, Dame Time Lillard, happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday. Who else we got? Juju Watkins. Happy birthday to you, Juju. Also in recovery. Hope you come back and kill this year at USC. I actually met her in a airport, and she's tall, man. She's tall. She like she can hoop. She just walk around like she got game. And she's a very polite young lady, and I wish her the best. Happy birthday to you, young lady. And if anybody know, John Stallworth, the Steelers, man. Happy birthday to you, brother. Happy birthday. All right, man. The second gym we dropping is traveling gems, man. Remember I told you I've been places, I've gone places. So if I want to drop a gem on people to go somewhere, I recommend Iceland. I know that sounds weird. Like, ooh, Iceland, really? Yeah, man. Iceland is dope. I had a great time in Iceland. Um, it was actually on my way to Paris. So I went through Iceland first and we flew WOW Airline, which no longer exists. And don't I don't blame them. They shouldn't exist. They handled my baggage horribly, man. They lost my baggage, sent it all the way back to the US. So I was in Paris and Iceland with one outfit. One outfit, bro. The one I had on my back, I had no luggage. I had no bags. I had toiletries and stuff for, That was in my carry-on, but I had no clothes, no shoes, no anything, just what I had, and it was cold. I had on shorts and everything because I was coming from the West Coast, so it was warm. We flew out there and it was chilly. I had on shorts and a hoodie. That's all I had, and I had that for about a day and a half because we stayed at a hostel, so I still couldn't shop. I know it sounds bad. I wash my ass now. I wash my ass. I had a different pair of drawers, but I just didn't have no new clothes. And finally, when we got to a clothing shop around there, I bought a couple things. But then I went crazy in Paris. I spent a lot of money in Paris on clothes. But Iceland is dope, man, and I recommend that you go. Number one, because of the landscape. Geographically, it's a beautiful place. It's actually green. I know you know the story. Greenland should have been Iceland. Iceland should have been Greenland, and it's the truth because Iceland is actually very green. It's vast. It's breathtaking. The air out there is amazing. I actually went to a waterfall and hot springs and a new found lake that had just appeared within the last few years, and that's what goes on there. Apparently, like large body of waters either appear or evaporate depending on the time. And I didn't know that. That's why you need to go to these places and soak it up because it's a beautiful thing to see other places and you just appreciate. I mean, just being alive, number one. Number two is that you get to travel and see other places and it makes you appreciate where you're from, but also the fact that you see how other people survive and live in other places. Um, the language, it's hard to pronounce a lot of the streets and stuff out there, so I wouldn't even try as hard to speak the language out there. The food is amazing because it's so fresh. They got a lot of stuff right there from a lot of good fish, a lot of good eggs and stuff like that, natural farm raised stuff. I enjoyed every bit of the food. The nightlife was okay. Um, they're gonna play like, you know, mainstream old school stuff. They're not really with the new answers of the hip hop stuff unless it's like the song of the last 10 years or something like that. Other than that, you're not gonna get that. I mean, partying out there was kind of like being in, bar hopping in college a little bit, So just don't, I mean, good beers, good local beers as well. But like actual, real style bars, like and they really don't party like that. They drink hard, which I appreciate too. So, and we did. Now there was one time they did play reggae. I do take that back. They did play reggae one night, but it was for an hour and a half, and guy was out. So, but it was still cool. So I definitely recommend you check out Iceland, man. Period. Just go check it out. Have a good time. I mean, don't expect to be having a whole bunch of adult fun. It's like you're absorbing the culture, and I have no problem with that when I travel, as long as the culture gives me the love back, and they did. So definitely, I tell you to go visit. Yeah, gym number 3, man. We're gonna drop another gym on you. You know what I'm saying? People put me on the things, I'm gonna put you on the things, vice versa. You keep talking to me, we're gonna go back and forth with this. Somebody actually recently told me to check out Sirens on Netflix. I know some people probably already saw it. Was like, yeah, duh, of course, it's good, but I had no idea. Had to check it out for myself. And to be quite honest, man, it was definitely worth every bit of my time to binge watch it. I had a great time watching it because I'm a big fan of Kevin Bacon, number one. Not fan, but excuse me. I'm a big supporter of Kevin Bacon. I've been following him since, I want to say, Footloose. And his acting always intrigues me because he's one of the best, man. And I mean, he doesn't get enough credit. And but every time I see him, I feel like he's up to something. So, of course, they use that to his advantage in everything he's in. So that's what they did in this one. They use it. His character as usual. He always seems to be doing the right thing or up to something, one or the other, but it's actually the opposite. So they kind of use that in the show, in the series. But aside from that, the story is amazing because of all the plot twists that it has inside. I want to tell you more about it, but I don't want to ruin it for people. But the plot twist, consistently throughout every show, you think the show is leading up to something, that's going to prove something else, and then as soon as you believe one thing, another thing happens, and the trajectory of the whole story just shifts, and you have to go along with that. And along with that, a lot of character development happens. Like you see characters actually change, become softer, become harder, become more independent. So, yeah, man, check it out. I had a great watch watching Sirens. I definitely recommend that you go check that out. Another film that I watched recently was Brick. That was also on Netflix. And to be quite honest, it's a foreign film. Um, the the movie was actually, the film was good. I didn't have an issue with it. It is a little gory. There's murder. There's also things you don't know what's going on, which causes a lot of suspense. Um, there's uh, there's a lot of, like, figuring out what's really going on, in the sense that these people are just locked inside their own apartment building and can't get out, and they're trying to figure out a way. And along that, they're like busting through the walls of other apartments and meeting people, and busting through the floor to find a way out. And through that, of course, they're figuring out what's really going on, to also recognize that certain people in their apartment complex don't have their best interest. And I mean, I definitely go check it out. I know, some people might not think that it was you know, all that great. I like the way that it ended. I still feel like there's a couple of questions that still are unanswered, but overall, I mean, it's a good watch. I mean, why not watch it? I mean, but have your opinion about it. Like, certain things I watch just because I just want to see it and be able to talk to somebody about it, whether I enjoyed it or not. So for conversation, but somebody might give you another perspective you weren't looking at it that way, and then you all of a sudden, like, have a newfound light shed on it, and now you want to see it again, or you appreciate it differently. Um, another film that I recently seen that really had me like, wow, was Eden. If you haven't seen Eden, I'd suggest you check that out. Eden is about a family who has moved to the Galapagos Island to join a doctor who is writing. Pardon me, I have, that's my, you know what that is. Um, anyway, they go to this island where this doctor, who also, he's writing back to like a news feed that's like posting his letters, and he's telling his people about the experiences that he's having, like pretty much living off the grid and being on this island. And then his family moves over there to join his experience with him, to like start from fresh and just go like pretty much naked and afraid without being naked. Like, you got a cave, turn it into something, figure out how to make water and all this other, make water work, fresh water. You got to farm your own stuff. You got to harvest your own lot, everything. You got to do your own. So just being in that situation was already like, wow, where's this going? So it starts off a little slow. And then somebody else moves to the island, and that just turns everything upside down, literally. I mean, it was already some animosity between the doctor and his girl, who was already staying there previous to the couple, the newlywed couple with the son that moved there after them. And I don't know. I don't know how I would feel either, but they just wasn't very welcoming right away. And of course, that always leaves you to believe that somebody doesn't have your best interest in mind, or if they're not that welcoming right away. So that opens up to a whole thing. But the most attractive thing about this story is that it's based on a true story. That's what really got me. I didn't see that, or maybe I wasn't paying attention in the beginning until I watched it at the end, and they had pictures of the newlywed couple that came out, and on the story was about. And man, great movie, great film to watch. I definitely recommend you see that. Just for the acting and the fact that it's the acting, the actors, the story, and the fact that it's based on a true story. You know, sometimes they add things in to make it more cinematic, so you have to take that into account. But still, well done, well shot. I loved it. Great movie. Um, and once again, I gotta give you one thing that you got to go back to watch. I recently just watched, and I recently just watched Lost Boys. That's one of my favorite movies growing up, because of the appeal of it, how cool everybody looks in it, the way it's shot, the acting is good. The actors, a lot of actors had great careers um, after this film, and the soundtrack, man. The soundtrack is another thing. Like they don't make soundtracks anymore the way they used to, and the soundtrack goes like perfectly with the story and what it's trying to portray, and what it foreshadows sometimes in the film. And I don't know. Every time I watch that film, I sit and watch it like I've never seen it before, even though I know how it ends, and it's one of my favorites. So I got to give you that one to take home with you. All right. Gotta give you that one to take home with you. Gym number 4. I'm giving you a health gym. Just a health gym for all my fellas out there, because I know they got all these pills and everything that they want you to take. That's fast acting. That's gonna help you, get your yang right. You know what I'm saying? But I got something else for you, man. Just some natural shit, man. Just get on some natural shit. I mean, in unison with that. Use them both. But in the meantime, in between time, why don't you just do it off the strength of real things? So look, I got something for you, right? This I call this the king concoction, right? This is for male support, but females can drink it as well, of course. But get some berries, man. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. Get you a citrus, either lime, orange, lemons, or all these things. Pomegranate juice, mango, pineapple, avocado. All right, bananas, and some watermelons. The watermelon and watermelon brine, a little bit of brine. Blend that up, man. Blend that up and drink it, man. Same effect is gonna run through your system. You're gonna feel good. You're gonna have a lot of energy. That's number one. Naturally, you're gonna get all the water that you really need out of those fruits blended together. Antioxidants, everything that's gonna build your immunity. Your skin's gonna look better, and you're gonna be able to give it that yang. You're gonna be able to drag that ass. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to drag your woman. That's what it's about. You want to drag your lady. I mean, in unison with the pills, you can take that with the pills too. All the other stuff that's out there. But start off natural, man. Get natural first, and then you'll see it'll all mix well, and you stay a dragon, man. The king gotta slay. You gotta slay. All right. And then you want to get unhealthy, because I told you I like to drink. You know what I mean? I like to drink. You take that any portion you want to, out of all the fruits I just named, whatever tastes good to you. All right, blend that up, same way. And if you want to get nasty, you know what I mean, you can always add some rum. Rums will go to a lot of fruit. Get you pineapple rum, coconut rum, whatever kind of rum you like. Use that. Put that in there, blend it up. That's a nice drink. Vodka as well. Vodka takes up the flavor of anything that it's in, so that's easy. Vodka goes with that easily. I mean, if you want to get real freaky, you know what I'm saying, you can use a little yak, or you can go to the tequila. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're doing your thug thizzle. That's the type of time I'll be on. You know what I'm saying? That's where I take it with. So if you really want to go there, same portions. If you want to add a sweetener, you can do agave to sweeten it up if you want to. If you don't like agave, honey syrup. You can blend coconut water in there as well. And I mean, do it how you want to do it, man. I'm a mixologist, so first things first. You gotta blend and play with things first, and then show somebody, then bring it to the table. So you do it how you want to. Blend it, do it how you want. Figure out your own balance. Serve it up. Have a good time. Plus, it's summertime. Either way, you're good. Fruit juices in the summer make sense. Fruit juices with liquor in the summer makes sense. Now it's a smoothie. Now that's it. Now it's a hurricane. Now that's it. All right, baby. Gym number 5. We coming with the animal facts. I always got the little trivial shit for you. You know what I'm saying? A little trivial animal facts for you. That's some bullshit just to talk with your friends about. Something that well, they don't do the by what they got they still got the little. I'm sure they got the offices where you. I can't even think of the name of this shit. But wherever you go, at work, at the water fountain, or the cafeteria, wherever you tell your jokes at in the corner, here's one for you. Till this day, animal fact. Till this day, did you know chickens are still believed to be closely related to T-Rexes? I ain't know that. Still, they say till to this day, this is one of the closest related animals on this planet right now, related to the T-Rex. I know some people don't even believe in dinosaurs. That's up for you to believe, but the fact that that is the case, just imagine a T-Rex run around like a chicken, but about, what, 15 feet tall? Nasty work. I'd be scared out of my damn mind. Till this day, did you know squirrels sometimes pretend to dig nuts and stuff under the ground to fool the other squirrels because they be sitting there ready to steal from each other? That's why I don't trust squirrels. That's why I don't trust squirrels. One of my friends recently nursed a squirrel back to health because she said it fell out of a tree and she put it in a shoebox. All that little shit you see on the little shows back in the day. She nursed it back to health in a shoebox. Reached in there to make sure that he was all right, and the bastard bit the shit out of her straight to the bone, straight to the bone. She said she felt aches and pains. Like he didn't break anything, but he went so deep to the bone, and he was little. He wasn't even a full size joint. So I can imagine that he was an adult Alvin, Simon, or Theodore. I, the shit, boy. After I nursed him and he bit, boy, don't get me started. But that, I'm luckily she didn't have rabies or nothing like that. No, nothing serious. But I'm sure they gave her a couple of shots to make sure. But that's wild. Another thing, till this day, I didn't know that house cats can make over 100 sounds, whereas dogs can make up to 10, maybe a little bit over 10 sounds. I know. This shit I know, man. I just gotta share it with you. All right, baby, it's entertainment time. Entertainment time. We're gonna talk about what's going on in entertainment right now under media and sports and all that. Right now, sports is everything's a summer league right now, and there's you watch it if you really love basketball, you really love hoops. It's good entertainment. It's good to watch, but a lot of those guys are not gonna play. A lot of those guys are not gonna play when the season starts. All the stars are chilling, so it's good for them to get out of their system. It's good for them to look good against each other. It's good for them to play. I support summer league. I watch summer league. I'm just saying, everything that you see on these highlights and comparisons and all when they play, it's not necessarily going to happen because a lot of these guys are not going to be playing. A lot of these dudes are not going to have the rock in their hand enough to have enough shine to do what they need to do to show you that. But as long as they have this in their film, for sure, they can use this later. And I mean, that's the point of it. You always want to go out there and put your best foot forward. So I definitely support that. But at the same time, it's kind of like fool's gold. A lot of these dudes, you're just not gonna see during the season, and it sucks. That's the politics of it. I mean, the real dudes is then watching it. You see who's sitting on the bench, Wembanyama, and you see LeBron comes to see. Those are the guys. They chilling, watching, and they the ones gonna get the bulk of the playing time. So can't fall for it. But at the same time, it's good entertainment, so to watch. And plus, we got football now. People are getting ready for football. I can't wait for it. I cannot wait. Matter of fact, you know what my squad is? You know what my squad is, right? My squad is the Carolina Panthers. Before you get to laughing and all that bullshit, let me tell you something. I know we haven't been good. That's not the point. The point is that's my squad. And I roll with them. And I will always roll with them. And we will have our ups and downs. We've had mostly downs, but when our ups is up, we go to the Super Bowl. And so when people talk shit, especially Cowboy fans, when the last time you've been to the Super Bowl? We've been in the Super Bowl, all right? So we ain't gonna go there. The point is, I'm glad everybody's in there. What are you doing, training camp and everything? We getting excited for football, baby. You already know it's time. It's football time. I can't wait. I have no expectations for my team, but for them to play hard and disrupt some other people's whatever they got going on, whatever your record is up until us. I hope we disrupt that. If you 2-0 up until meeting us, I hope we stop your winning streak. That's all I want us to do. We can do that. We can be competitive. I'm not sure what we're gonna do, so there's no talking shit. But I can't wait for football season. You already know. When we football season, I'm gonna be on active way more. So right now it's just I'm just watching films and stuff. So I want to bring you in on that. Aside from that, let's talk boxing. All right, let's talk boxing. Shakur Stevenson had a clean up, nice win against William Cepeda. He took some unwarranted hits, I'd say, but even he admitted it to that. But it was on purpose. It was to show you that he can tough it out, stick in there, stand in the pocket, take punches, dodge, use his guard to block, counter, parry. And I felt like he did that in a great fashion. I mean, I have no doubts in Shakur. I mean, I have doubts that his hands is gonna last his career. And I hate to say that it's not a knock on him. His hands aren't that good, and at one point Floyd's weren't either. Floyd had to take a break and come back. So I mean, hopefully Floyd uh, tells him some techniques to how to protect him or get your hands stronger or something like that. But the fighter in him lets you know he's a dog, because if your hands hurt and that's exactly what you use to make your money and you don't care and you go out there and perform like that, salute to you, brother. Salute. You know what I mean? I salute to you. Salute to where you from, to Newark, your people, your Puerto Rican side, your black side. All love, G. Um, I was disappointed in my boy though. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought Brooklyn was gonna stand up, but he actually got his ass knocked down. And I like Edgar Berlanga, but I knew this fight was gonna be difficult for him because of the range of Shiraz, and I knew that he was gonna be he he fights with his heart. That's why I like Edgar Berlanga. He talks a lot of shit, and sometimes it gets in the way because when you curse a little too much, people can't. Um, people don't tend to resonate with you the same. Like if you shoot your shit, you feel bad. You feel bad like a badass. You gotta speak up on yourself. That's one thing. But when it's constantly f you this and suck this, it's not really. The marketing behind you is going to be tough for you to market to people that don't tune into that. People tune right out when you say that stuff all the time. They don't want to hear it. And I know he doesn't care. He's from Brooklyn. I got the same mentality, but at the same time, brother, when you at this level and you gotta talk your shit appropriately, and you talk that much shit, you pull all that shit out of a bag, and then you got bagged. Pause. You got your ass put down 3 times, but you got up just like you did with Canelo, and you showed heart. You pound your fists together, and you was like, "Man, let's go. Let's do it again." Pause. But you did your thing, man. Shiraz, congratulations. I hope you take on either Canelo or maybe even Jamal Charlo next. Yeah, I think that'll be good for you, since everybody's on you now. Like you won this way, and everybody's like, yeah, he's finally this. So be that to those one of those 2 guys next. I'd like to see it because that's a big step. But you also knocked out Berlanga in a fashion that you have a lot of spotlight on you. So take advantage of it, brother, and get that paper. Everybody that fights Canelo gets a check, but then they act different. For Edgar, I think I want Berlanga to fight. I think I want him to fight Sweet Hands. Yeah. My man Sweet Hands. Caleb Plant. He should fight Caleb Plant. They already don't like each other. They got bad blood. They got history of being on the same undercards. Um, no, same cards, period. Berlanga was the main event that day. They both lost to Canelo. So, and they both coming off a loss. So for both of them to bounce back, I think this would be a good fight. I think it'd be a fight to watch because of styles. I mean, I think Caleb plants his hands had to stop. Caleb plants his hands appropriately and uses and shifts his feet more than Edgar. Edgar like stands there to brawl, and Styles make fights. So that's a fight I would like to see next for that boy. Congratulations to Alicia Baumgartner. She won in beautiful fashion. She was talking her shit. She and she's looking for the winner of the Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano fight. That's who Katie Taylor should fight next. Amanda Serrano, fighter, do it. Let's go, Katie. Katie, fight Alicia Baumgartner, and then I don't know what. I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what Amanda Serrano should do next. Pardon me, because she's lost 3 times in a row and still standing on the undisputed and the accolades, and I get it, but 3 L's in a row is tough on that resume with all those accolades as well. But she's also a blockbuster fighter. They've always had a great showing. The fight's always been good. And to be honest, I don't think she lost the first 2 fights. I thought the first 2 fights were way more clear of who won than more so for Amanda than Katie. I think Katie won this fight more clear than any other fight, to be quite honest with you. She picked and popped the shots. She moved around. She wasn't in that because everybody was like, "Oh, she was roughing her up," and the last time she hit Amanda in the eye and everything, and she was throwing elbows. So this time she went the exact opposite. She sat there and boxed, moved around, picked the shots, and I was like, "Hey!" And if you can do that, now you're a complete fighter. You're a complete fighter. So let's see it next. All right, Alicia Baumgartner against Katie Taylor. I want that next. How about that? All right. And the last but not least, the Canelo Bud fight's coming up, and I'm excited. That's the most exciting fight I'm excited about coming up. Even though we're gonna have a lot more between that. That's the one. That's the one for this year. Actually, that's the one. Recently, I've seen Terrence Crawford. He posted some pictures of him putting on a lot of muscle, and he he looks in shape, man. He looks in shape. He put on a good amount of muscle. My only concern is this going to slow him down? Is his legs still going to be fresh? Is he going to be dense? Is he going to feel heavy? Is he going to tire out, fatigue faster? Hopefully not. But we've seen Canelo do that in the past as well. Let's talk about it. Canelo has faded in later rounds in certain fights as he started to progress and going up into weight classes. So, but I guess if you do it right, there's no telling. If he already probably walks around at like 180 something, and then you just say, okay, I just eat what I want to eat now and lift and still run, keep my wind up. There's no telling, man. I'm gonna say this fight is gonna be fight of the year, man. I want to see what Terrence Crawford is gonna do because every time I've said Terrence Crawford's gonna win, he's won. Now, I know that's easy to say, but it's the truth. I said it with the Errol Spence fight. I told people I didn't think he was gonna do it like that, but I definitely thought he was gonna beat Errol Spence. And I love Errol Spence. And I knew he was gonna beat him. I felt like he was gonna beat him. And he did it. And since then he's got the shine that he's supposed to get up until that point. But it's okay. Now he's won the fight. He wants the money fight for him. He's got it. But aside from that, I just want to see somebody go up and test somebody else and make it happen. Underdogs rule. When the underdog does something like that, it always lasts longer. If Canelo beats Terrence Crawford in formal fashion, I'm talking about if he whooped Terrence Crawford's ass, nobody's gonna be like, oh my God, that was crazy. They're gonna be like, man, he should have. He's bigger than him. He's stronger than him. He's younger than him. He's been doing it at this weight class longer. He's got a granite chin. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. That's fine. So that's why I'm going for Terrence Crawford. I want Terrence Crawford to win. The reality on paper, everything seems just lined up for Canelo. But wouldn't it be great if somebody rose up in weight classes like that and goes up there and whoops some ass? And I want to see it, baby. I want to see some shit like that. You want to see some monumental shit like that? Okay? If you disagree, like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you agree, like, comment, share, and subscribe. You with your boy, baby. That's all you got to do. If you want to be a royalty, definitely subscribe. All right? Peace and love, baby. We'll see you on the next one. Lord Charles.